Good time's over. Now you deploy to the zone.
In high school, our protagonist, he dated a nerdy and shy classmate and was almost invisible to most people. One day, without explanation, she simply disappeared from his life, and the two never met again. But now, years later, she ended up returning.
Your team leader. Set a drop point for your squad soldier. Be advised, gas closing in. Seek to the safe zone.
It was early morning. The alarm kept going off. Until he reached out to me.
Reloading. Into the area. Watch the sky.
Just like that, the male protagonist felt his feelings. One of them claimed that she stopped on this
Failed their mission.
Taking fire!
As a small child, Magnus is now in fall. So, we're likely to help avoid certain death. Yet, this tragedy began to suffer from the cardiac and respiratory problems. His mother, the only support he had, was forced to shoulder the child alone.
Changing max.
Enemy soldier incoming.
Reloading.
Your squad mates in the gulag. If they survive, deploy.
Young man finally but lost the moment of his thoughts in silence. He becomes more frustrated.
Changing max.
Yet while lost in his thoughts, suddenly startled by his friend. Our hero was like,
Contract failed. Stand down.
He's now being contacted by a mysterious number. He's unable to understand.
Squad mate has entered the gulag. They'll need to survive to redeploy.
Just then, someone called out his name. The chill began to run down the young one's spine as an ominous voice claimed that he should listen to the report to him alive.
Your squad mate will advise. They're redeploying now.
He was told that he shouldn't go home or ask for help with anyone. They had to go to the hotel and sit in the window. The Radford said the conversation was put to an end. This left Tom in Reverend Morgan's history. It was a bad prank made with a voice filter. And so the young man
Reloading.
and suddenly everything went wrong. With the lights now off, there was left to choose. The power was cut off for its notice. After placing the lock on, the hungry Ha on Biff wondered if he should buy himself a cup of ramen before returning home.
I'll drive.
While thinking about the
I'll drive.
he suddenly spotted two figures. Naturally passed by. As he watched his footprint disappear into the darkness without saying a word. The young man remembered how scared he was in the trench. The thugs from outside the street. On there, he had his doubts about him. He wondered if he was yet he tried to stop the man. Only then he realized that his classroom was tight, present in the hallway. But as the young man was to shut down, wondering if they were true,
Bounty targets marked.
found
Kill them all.
himself right in front of the two horrifying presences. The boy found himself sweating bullets and immobilized as he was reading the eyes and terrifying wide smiles. One of the two men immediately recognized the protagonist as Ha On-Min and claimed that they had been searching for him for a long time. The man also stated that he was here to see if the boy had the item they required in order to get intel. Ha On-Min claimed in a shaky voice that he didn't have anything that could be of interest. When suddenly, the unexpected happened. The hero began to cough out blood after getting killed by the tall once again. Just like that, he fell to the ground as the madman claimed that he must be in possession of the item. The one in the white coat claimed that the boy was lying and that he certainly had the item inside the gift.
It's down to you,
Confirmed that what he was
soldier.
after
Bring the
was
win
present.
home.
They squeezed his heart before pulling out the young man's heart from his chest with a mad smile, claiming that he had finally cut it. Ain't going out of this room. That's fine. Perfect. I know. Here we go. Subway station. Silence. Saw a woman sitting in a chair. A woman. Presence her several times. First, I turned to observe her. Many times I was curious about the people in the room, because she always came home late at night. The long silence would have been she caught his curiosity, probably more interested in what was in her. I'm sure she had. He thought that she's amazing, but she's not bad. But too long of a story made the girl look in his direction too. So that made him startled, because he was a very
Reloading!
existence.
Changing max.
The quiet silence made him even more awkward. So he couldn't focus and wanted to calm himself with a song. A song from someone who gave encouragement in his tired life. With the title Dark Planet from the Singer Long Afternoon, he immediately played the song, feeling very calm after hearing the amazing intro no matter how many times he heard it. He thought this song was a hidden gem because I'm 5'10", fair skin, beautiful features, and impressive height. There's nothing about me that doesn't match up with you. The school's most popular girl, Professor, runs everyone.
LDVR Salvo ready for
I
launch.
was single-minded, so focused on my art that I turned her down. It's the biggest regret in my life. Even after I achieved some success, even after I opened my own gallery, I never found the girl of my dreams again. Then I traveled back
You've got a loadout drop
back
inbound.
to senior year, back to face her pursuit all over again. This time, I didn't think twice. I gave in immediately. Let me tell you something. Having a girlfriend is
Gas is
incredible.
moving in.
Just
New
moments
safe zone
ago, I
located.
was rushing off to a blind date my mom had arranged. But when I opened my eyes again, I was lying on the grounds of Riverside High School. Ethan, thank God you're finally awake. You scared the hell out of me just now. If you hadn't come to me, I was about to
Taking
call
fire!
you okay? A guy with a buzz cutter walked over into the soccer field, guilt written all over his face. What kind of kid was that? Are you blind or something? Tyler was furious. Facing down the guy, full head following him without flinching. Slowly, he stepped right up to the buzz cut guy.
Reloading.
Sorry. As the crowd gathering around us grew larger, I slowly pushed myself up from the ground, shaking my head at the buzz cut guy. He signaled I was fine, then called for Tyler to leave with me. School had just let out
Visual on the objective.
so plenty of students still lingered in the hallways, laughing and talking.
Visual on the
The
objective.
noise was constant, but when two tall, striking girls walked out of the classroom, the hallway fell silent immediately. More than a few guys stopped in their tracks, their eyes landing on a girl named Sylvie Brooks. She was the female of the and I connected her his eyes, and the dance major in the arts program. Just then,
Get on my side.
Changing max.
Gas closing in.
close friends. Lots of people out there making problems. I just
Reloading.
saw him. But I didn't respond. What a shame. I was about to go help him up. Get lost.
Changing
Shut
max.
up. It's obviously mine. Okay. Stop fighting.
I'm reloading.
Okay. Standing nearby. And get out of the water side. She turned to the girl beside me and said, Lily, I can't go to the bathroom right now. In classroom 12A5, in the last row by the window. I sat there reviewing my textbooks. In my past life, my art exam score was 287. But my academic scores dragged me down, keeping me out of the prestigious art school I dreamed of. The bell rang for class. The noisy classroom gradually fell silent, but that silence didn't last more than a few seconds, before a girl suddenly burst into the room, breaking it. Looking at that tall, beautiful girl, the guy's eyes showed 7 parts amazement and 3 parts jealousy. The girls in class, meanwhile, were full of hostility, as if facing an enemy. Sophie paid no attention to their stares. She jogged up to my desk. Then, she set the plastic bag in her hand on my desk. I looked into her beautiful eyes. Confused. What's this? Why are you giving this to me? Her gaze flickered away slightly. She pointed at the plastic bag in my hand. Anti-swelling cream. Then she turned to leave. Not giving
I'm hit.
After all, I never accepted anything from this girl before. I called after her. Sophie stopped reluctantly, thinking I wanted to return the cream.
Reloading.
Thinking to herself, oh God, if I'd known, I would have just run for it. Why are you so stupid at critical moments, Sophie? Then I shook the plastic bag in my hand.
Taking fire.
Kept quiet.
Changing max.
Froze for a moment. Then, Sophie smiled, like a rose at sunset. Did this mean the distance between her and Ethan had just been ordered by another step? Excuse me, miss. I don't think you're from this class. A stern voice rang out, pulling Sophie back from her drifting daydream. Sorry, sir. I just came to borrow something from a classmate. I'm leaving now. With that, Sophie happily returned to her own classroom. After 45 minutes, class ended. I got up and headed to the school's art studio. Art students spent their last 2 periods, morning and afternoon, in the studio. 10 minutes later, our art instructor walked in and assigned us a sketch. He guided us through it.
Reloading.
But when Mr. Lucas came over to my side, he froze immediately. Most students hadn't even finished their first sketch, but I'd already completed it. And the lighting, the lines, everything was flawless, even though he knew I had exceptional artistic talent. This was still absurd. The kid's a monster. Seeing Mr. Lucas's shocked expression, I made up an excuse. Mr. Lucas, I actually did these 2 sketches before.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe
Mr.
zone.
Lucas relaxed still. He remained stunned by my artistic ability. Night fell. As an independent art student, I could request to stay in self-study. Where did he sleep in the classroom? I found studying at home more effective. When I got home, I opened my bag to grab my homework, but my hand hit the plastic bag instead. So I took out the cream and sprayed a bit on my forehead. A cool sensation spread across my skin. The next morning, Sophie paced back and forth outside.
Changing max.
Suddenly, he pulled out a small period from the bag,
I'm hit.
adjusted her beautiful hair, What a coincidence. I just got you. I already ran. Sophie looked surprised, appearing before me. With a cheerful I glanced at Sophie's sudden appearance, and her chest rising and falling slightly from running. Then nodded. She tried before. Fancy helpers with me, but they never worked. I'd never paid it.
All squad mates are in the safe
I
zone.
accepted the anti-swelling
Gas is moving.
and that had filled her with confidence. Watching me, someone who kept everyone at arm's length, Sophie didn't give up. She took the initiative and asked, "Is your forehead feeling better?" Given that, I slowed my pace, turning to look at Sophie beside me. I found everything.
Reloading.
Sophie's large eyes widened slightly, clearly unexpected.
Changing max.
That's great, okay? Not even so early. I bet you haven't eaten breakfast yet. I bought extra breakfast. This strawberry cream cake is for you. No thanks. I already ate at home. It's fine. Save it for break time. With that, she immediately pressed the strawberry cake into my hand. I've got to get to class. Bye. Said it and then ran towards the academic without looking back.
Loadout drop headed your way.
Eyes first, pressed now window. Yesterday was anti-swelling. Today is cake. If this came out, the guys in the classroom occasionally glanced over in this direction, and they noticed that today the beautiful Sophie seemed even more radiant than usual. After 2 periods, it was time for morning break. All the students gathered on the athletic field for morning exercise. 5 minutes later, the exercise ended. Tyler looked like he lost half his life, gasping. "For air, I'm dying here. Ethan, come on. Let's hit the store and get some water." I'm fine. Behind us, Sophie linked arms with Lily and followed along, heading together toward the convenience store. "Ethan, what do you want to drink?" "I'll have a Coke." "Got it." I took the Coke Tyler bought me, leaning back against the wall beside the convenience store, popping the tab with one hand and taking a sip. Inside the store, Sophie looked like she was rounding pencil.
Enemies are dropping into the area.
Just
Watch
watch
the
the
skies.
getting ice cream and coffee. Sophie lost inside the kitchen, starting with Sophie. Flustered, she grabbed a pocket ice cream cone.
Reloading.
Tried it. As she spoke, she pulled a $10 bill from her pocket and handed it, along with the 2 ice cream. "Here's my drink. Can you go pay for me? At least you have some conscience." "I'll do it, I guess." Lily huffed lightly, taking
Visual on the
ice cream
objective.
for the register. Right after that, Sophie hurriedly pulled out her
Got
phone,
gas inbound.
opened
Safe
the
zone
camera,
relocated.
outside, ready to snap a handsome photo of me. But just as she pressed the shutter, I turned and looked right at her. Sophie's mind went completely blank. Her phone was still pointing at me. If only there were a hole to crawl into right now. At least then she would hide.
Changing max.
Couldn't I pretend to be calm or act a little flustered or something? Normally, I hated when people take photos of me without asking. But for some reason, when I realized the person taking the photo was Sophie, a small flicker of happiness stirred in my chest. Sophie was still lost in
Reloading.
thought, trying to figure out how to handle this awkward situation. When she realized I was walking straight, she got the phone in the pocket, trying to act like I was
Changing max.
the panic on her face. I smiled quietly to myself. Now that's more like it. What would
Your squad made it to the
I
safe
stepped
zone.
right in front of Sophie.
You're losing
Asking
ground.
her to tell
Move
me
it.
wasn't quite a question. My voice still told.
Taking fire.
No, I think dust got in my eye just now. So I took
Visual
out my
on the
phone.
objective. Wait, cancel that.
Sophie wasn't even
Enemy
sure
disregard
if
last.
the accessories would work. But her body was so nervous her palms were sweating. Oh, I see. I thought she was I stepped softly, murmuring the words. Hearing that, Sophie's face flushed bright red. She ducked her head, stammered, "How could I? I knew she was lying." That flustered movement.
Another big day. Yes,
Set
gonna
means
make my job.
redeployment. Failure means
Because
elimination.
around here, everything needs to be perfect. But it's not just me working hard. Hey, Bobby! Gillette gives 72 hours straight. Gillette, the choice is good.
Reloading.
Stand by for redeployment. You earned it.
Well, since
I'm back.
Storm
What did I miss?
this tired young man decided to return home early, got on his bike and headed home to his home. Suddenly,
A van emerged from around the corner and rushed towards the hero at full speed. The young man did not have time to leave the roadway and ended up under the wheels of his van. He threw off the bike instantly, and the entire road was covered in his blood. The van driver told Mr. Lin the condition was undefeated and wanted to get his money for it. He didn't understand why Mr. Lin spent $1 million to buy this guy's life. Suddenly, the hero's body began to glow.
You were 1 of
One of
25
his
remaining.
Their armor's gone.
We lost
The
that
young man
one. We'll get a
gradually
W
his
next.
senses miraculously managed to avoid a catastrophic incident. He saw a case of a young man being humiliated at school because he brought home
Such
Loading
pussies.
fresh mag.
not as expected by those around him.
Gas
The
is
conversation
closing in.
between
Get to the
defenders
new safe
made
zone.
clear that the main character